Okay.
The camera angle's all right and everything? All right.
I'm going to go full Coons. Better not say that on air.
I know, but you don't have to say that, but you could do it on air.
Yeah, true.
Like just, harumph.
Huzzah.
That was my computer.
Oh, day one. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook.
How about Facebook?
Facebook. Facebook is the devil.
All right.
Let's start this shit show.
You cast. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. You're cluttering the table.
It's the same thing as
Clutter.
saying blah, blah, blah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And now, after some more technical adjustments and also some technical talk and technical stuff,
Succotash peas and carrots, succotash peas and
it's
carrots.
the same as blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. You're queuing. Okay.
No, too close.
You're listening to Vinyl Draft Radio, a Vinyl Draft media property. Get ready to be underwhelmed. This is the Adam Smasher Show, uncensored, with your host, 5-time terminated employee, unemployment line regular, Taco Bell Kima Customer of the Month, June 2012, and the worst show intro writer you've ever heard. You didn't think I wrote this shit, did you? Adam Smasher.
Oh my goodness. I got an echo. Does it normally have? Oh, there we go. The echo is gone. Thank you very much. Let's start this thing, shall we? Wow. I don't even know where to begin. Actually, I do because I have everything written down right here. I prepare for my shows, even though it seems like I'm unprepared. I was running a little late today.
A little?
And I just completely forgot it was Friday. I was like in my groove doing my show prep, and I'm like, oh, I better get going. And I actually let Doug know that I think I'll be there on time unless I get a ticket, because I think I have a warrant out for my arrest from an unpaid ticket in Navasota. I'm not kidding with you either. But here's the deal: the cop scheduled the court date, and it fell on Martin Luther King Day, and the courthouse wasn't even open. So I figured, oh well, I don't have to pay it.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
Yeah, that's what they call a firm pass.
You have to pay it. Anyway, my name is Adam Smasher. Thank you guys for checking us out. I don't know if you are maybe on Facebook Live, YouTube, or you're listening on vinyldraftradio.com. Also on your TuneIn Radio app, which is a great app if you don't have that on your phone. I figured like we would start out by kind of letting you know like how I got here, I guess. I mean, if you haven't followed me at all, bear with me. But if you have, like either on the radio or social media or whatever, I have been fired quite a few times from radio. Just experienced my 5th one, right? And radio's really weird and tough, like regular FM radio. And technology is changing, and the whole thing is changing. And for whatever reason, I am just a magnet for these just messed up situations. I came into, I came in and Doug and Bertrand are in here, and I wanted them to come in here for, as much of the show as they wanted, but they are, I guess, what do we call it, like, guys in charge? I don't know.
Sure.
I like that.
I mean, a guy in charge would dress up more than what Doug has on today.
You know what? I'm going to admit right now, I'm wearing what I wore yesterday. There was not a lot. I didn't really sleep last night, and I had a lot of stuff to do today. So, and
Bertrand's got a jacket. He's got a jacket on and a freaking
Pocket square.
Pocket square.
You should have seen me the last time I was here.
Oh.
Suit, tie,
Yeah.
pockets, the whole thing.
I got a Rad Dad shirt on.
Yeah, I
here,
noticed that.
with some food on it. I'm like a child. I can't eat without spelling on myself. Anyway, so I came into Doug and Bertrand, and we've been doing some stuff, for a little while now. And then I was like, look, guys, I got fired for the 5th time. And they said, well, maybe it's time that we do something a little different. And I told my wife that after this last situation, I said, you know what? I think the universe is trying to tell me, you maybe need to try something a little different. Because, this last situation, and I was telling people when I joke about being fired a lot, I always tell people that, it's not ever because I did anything or I said something I shouldn't have. I just went ballistic and started throwing F-bombs everywhere or slept with the general manager's daughter. Nothing like that, okay? It's just always been, it's just not working out. It's like that girl you dated. It's just like, it's just not working out. Which means we found something better. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this last situation that I was in, it only lasted 3 months. Now, I've never been fired after that. I have a friend who got fired after 4 hours, okay? She sets the record, all right?
Okay, for what?
Because she basically, she told the guy that he was full of shit and,
Okay.
Yeah, basically. I mean, and he was, but, anyway. I had this job and it just didn't work out. It's not working out. It's just, there's no chemistry there. I was working with a girl and in my defense, it wasn't from lack of trying. I think it was a lack of trying on her part in that whole situation. Not that I wish her any ill will, but it is what it is. And I've been escorted out of the building before from radio stations, like escorted out. So I didn't steal anything. And I'm like, guys, you're playing Taylor Swift records. You're not housing nukes in here, okay? What am I gonna do? And it's ridiculous. They throw you out like garbage. But this last place, actually, they helped me out with some things on the back end as far as financial commitments I had. So they were, it could have been worse. So they were nice enough to do that. So, what's done is done. And here I am right now wondering, this is the first time I've ever done an all-talk format, which a lot of people always ask when you work at music stations, plays different kinds of music, and most of my career has been in like pop music stations, like 104 KRBE here in Houston, or 106.1 Kiss FM in Dallas, or whatever. And they go, do you like the music you play? And I'm like, no, I hate it. Once I reached a certain age, now I'm 41, I have grown. I'm that old guy. It's like, I don't want to hear that crap. That's terrible. It's awful. So, here we are in an all-talk format. This ought to be interesting.
Okay, well, all right. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
Go through some of the firing stories.
Well, none of them are very interesting. Like I said, when I was, say I was at 104, I was at KRBE here in Houston. And we were owned by this smaller company, and then this bigger company came in. It was like your typical corporate takeover. And they came in, they cleaned house of a lot of people, and I was one of them. it was what it was. I mean, there's nothing that I did wrong to it. Just like, hey, we're going a different way. Mm-hmm. You know, I got fired in Dallas. I don't know, a couple weeks after the ratings books came out. I was #1 in the afternoon in several different demographics, and they fired me.
Wow.
Yeah, that was special. One of my favorite ones though is I was at a radio station in Dallas, and it was called The Edge, and it was basically one of the first alternative stations ever in the country. They've been that music for almost 30 years, and my partner came to me after our show, and I was in an office, and she's like, I just saw someone's exit papers on the printer, and then someone came over and like rushed and like took them out so I couldn't see them. Something's going on. And I go, well, yeah, they fire people all the time. I go, it's probably somebody in whatever. I go, we're fine. It's not us. 5 minutes later, can I see you in my office? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They flip formats, all right? Now they play like elevator music. And, you know, it's just, it was a very unlucky situation, you know? 30 years, same format. I get there 6 months later. I'm like cursed or something. I'm cursed. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I think you're in a good spot right now. Because, you know, we're going to let you say things that, you know, maybe they didn't let you say.
That's what they all say, Doug, in the beginning. That's what they all say.
But
unless you wear T-shirts with food on them, then we've got to do something different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it seems like this isn't really working out.
Just waiting for it.
Too soon?
Maybe a little too soon.
14 minutes. Beat that.
Wow. 14 minutes.
14 minutes.
That is a record. Hey, coming up next, I thought that, you know, we were talking about how radio personalities are held to a certain standard, and, you know, we have to watch what we say, but the lyrics of some like pop songs on the radio, filthy, and your kids are listening to it, okay? So I'm going to read some of the lyrics coming up. You got to hear this. Hold on. We'll be back.
More Adam Smasher Show coming up on Final Draft Radio. Watch us on Facebook Live at Final Draft Radio or stream us on YouTube. Go to vinyldraftradio.com.
What do you get
when you get associated?
They're super convenient and super friendly.
I love being a member and an owner of a credit union that cares.
And you can join. So,
Associated Credit Union of Texas.
Lori Coppett.
A name you can trust.
Lori Coppett.
A senior mortgage loan originator with Prime Lending, serving the Clear Lake area for over 28 years.
Lori.
Why are you saying it like that?
Coppett.
Helping hundreds of satisfied
I'll
clients
get
with
it
their
next
home loan
time.
needs.
I got my iPhone right now.
Coppett.
If you're purchasing, refinancing, or renovating your home, visit lcoppock.com to get the professional service you need. NMLS number 176539, Equal Housing Lender.
Lori Coppett.
Oh, for God's sake.
Did you commit to being healthier this year? Or maybe just to be more active in the community? Consider participating in On the Road for a Reason, a 5K fun run over the NASA bypass and a car show benefiting the Bay Area Alliance for Youth and Families. All the fun is happening the first weekend in March. Early registration ends on February 12th. The money raised will help the Alliance in their quest to help young people in our community make smart choices when it comes to drugs and alcohol. For more information, go to ontheroadforareason.net.
What's the pop song?
Hi, it's Keisha. You may know me as the host of the Libra Lounge, but I'm also the owner of Before the Cake Events. We are a wedding and event planning boutique.
It's Drake.
We add a touch of magic in every detail, from custom designs to full day of services, and our packages can be tailored to fit any budget. Look us up on weddingwire.com and on Facebook and Instagram under Before the Cake Events. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your special day while we direct everything before and after the cake.
Do you ever wonder how every insurance company seems to boast about having the best rate for you? With so many companies, how is it possible that they can all have the best rate? Well, the reality is they're all telling the truth. Kind of. You see, each insurance company has a different set of target customers that they're looking for, so each company will have the best rate for someone. The challenge is finding the one that likes you the most. Perfect Policy evaluates you through more companies than any other insurance agent, and that's how they find the best policy for you. It just makes sense. More options means better value. Contact Perfect Policy today.
You can't stop time, but you can reverse the aging process. Get ready for one of Houston's most innovative and cutting-edge medical spas that everyone's talking about. Kay McCunis's Be Beautiful Anti-Aging Skincare Studio is your one-stop for everything you need to look great now. Botox, fillers, hydrofacials, and weight loss. Looking younger was never so easy. Call Kay now for your personal consultation, 713-269-5372.
Back to the Adam Smasher Show on Final Draft Radio. Take it away, douchebag.
Oh, I'm the douchebag. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Hey, welcome to the Adam Smasher Show on Vinyl Draft Radio. It's DRAUGHT.
You really don't like that, do you?
Yeah.
Well, when I first saw it, a year or so ago, I go, "What does that say? Is that like
drought?
What is that? What? Oh, okay, I get it now. I get it.
It's high level thinking.
It is high. And look, I am not. I'm all low level. Every bit of me. Anyway, so welcome. This is a new adventure that we're going on, and hopefully, it won't suck too bad.
Not too bad.
But we're hoping.
Yeah. And hey, have you shared this with your 37,000, people?
I've been posting on Facebook and the Twitter and all that stuff.
Blooper reels.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which was great, by the way.
Yeah, that was good.
It was really good.
If you guys haven't seen the video, it was really fun to shoot the other day. And in fact, I want to say hi to and thank Dana Burke over at the Chronicle. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the Chronicle featured a full-page story on me back in 2003, full page on the front of the entertainment section.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I was a big deal back then. Big deal.
Look that up.
Yeah. What did they say about you?
It's you've seen the awful picture that they still have.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
I have hair, for God's sakes.
That was a good picture, though.
Anyway, so they
looked like you were actually deep in thought, which was different.
That was back at KRBE here in Houston. That was a good time. Those were good times. But anyway, Dana from the Houston Chronicle, I guess she saw the video on Facebook that we shot here, and then she contacted Doug, and then she talked to me a little bit and wrote a little piece on the new show and stuff. And she said she'll be listening. She asked me what's your target demographic. That's really hard for me to answer because I don't know. I never really thought. I never go in. Maybe that's why I haven't been that successful.
There you go.
I never go in with that target person in mind. I like to be myself, and I know there are people who will identify and relate and like it. So I don't know. I just never really thought about that. But I guess now that I'm 41, I would definitely say if I had to put a label on it, I would say adults over 25 to 49, maybe that range, anywhere, and either married or been divorced, or I'm looking at Doug, been divorced, or
too mean,
or have kids, because I talk about my adventure. I have the Rad Dad shirt on today.
That's right.
I talk about my kids and stuff, and but I do it in a little bit of a different way because I think people are they brag on their kids too much. Now, when my kid does something good, I'm very proud of him, and I let him know. But those parents that go, especially online, and they're like, oh, my perfect little angel.
Right.
No, your kid's a jerk, just like mine. Don't act like, one of my former program directors, he brought me in after the show one day, and he said, dude, I literally laughed out loud when you just went on the air and you were talking about your kid. And I'm like, oh, that's a sweet segment. And then you just said, my kid's a dick. And he was at the time, at the story I was, he was. And, so I talk about that. And, kids, let's face it, they're the reason. You drink when you're young to go out and have fun and party. You drink when you're older to numb the pain of your children. At least I do.
Yeah, maybe it's just you.
I should probably take a parenting class or something.
Yeah.
The last girl that I worked with that I mentioned for a few months, I think the best moment we had on the air was when I was talking about something like that with my kids, and she looked at me, she goes, you know, it really concerns me that you have kids. And she was being completely honest, too.
Really? This was his last show?
Yeah. I'm like, well, you should be. You should be concerned that I reproduce.
It concerns everybody.
It should. But, you know, I talk about that a lot. So, you know, and like I said, I don't know. It's just, I just try to be myself and you know, hope for the best. I mean, I do, you know, there's more to it than that, than to have a radio show. But I will tell you that I think if someone asked me, what do you think has been the worst part of the past few years? Like, why do you keep, you know, getting fired or finding yourself? I would say it's because no one has any patience anymore. When you launch a new show, I'm letting you guys know right now, and you know, and we're not on FM radio, but it takes a while for momentum to pick up, you know, we had a consultant that we worked with at a radio station. He said, look, any radio station, you bring a new show into the market, you know, it's going to take a few years to really achieve that success. Like if you look at any radio show here in Houston that are having success, it took them a few years to get, you know, build up. But no one has any patience anymore.
Right.
They want results right away. 3 months. What the hell do you expect me to do in 3 months? I still wasn't unpacked, for God's sakes. But you know, it's just like TV, and TV is worse. How many times? I don't even watch network TV anymore. You know why? Because I hate to get into a show and then have them cancel it after half a season because they have no patience. You know, Seinfeld was crap in the ratings the first year it was on, and they were thinking about canceling it. Look at it. It was,
it's amazing.
And my show is like the Seinfeld of radio. No. Not even close.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Not even close. But there are certain restrictions in radio, and I guess the world is... Would you guys agree or disagree? By the way, I want to introduce, because I'm going to keep doing this in case you're just tuning in, Doug and Bertrand are in here, and they are the founders and the guys in charge of Vinyl Draft Radio. And would you guys agree that the world we live in today is way oversensitive on everything?
I would 100% agree with that.
I mean, it's like you're walking on eggshells with everybody and everything. I'm going to offend someone. You're going to offend, you know. It's like, really? When did we become such babies?
Yeah, but the other side to that coin is you have those people out there that clearly make a point of not caring about that, and they intentionally put stuff out there just for the purpose of getting somebody's goat.
Right, but I think we're talking about two totally different things. You're talking about, on the one hand, that the model of radio has changed.
Yeah.
And then in some instances, people are getting too offended. But with the model, I know that some large corporations have come in and said, we're going to decentralize, we're going to go to regional personalities and fire everyone else because it's cheaper for us. And now we got stockholders, we got shareholders, and there's a lot of big money involved.
Oh, yeah.
And so they got to turn a profit pretty quick.
That is, I mean, you do have a point there. I mean, but we were always, I mean, I used to get, it used to be so great because I would get in trouble, but it would be like a slap on the wrist. One of my program directors here at KRBE, we had a, this show is turned into just old radio stories, but this one's good. He brought me in his office because they had a Girl Scout troop touring the radio station. And for whatever reason, they passed up and the door, and I saw them, and I talked about how I thought, you know, I wonder if the Girl Scout camp, that's just like a lesbian recruiting camp. Well, you can tell that didn't go over well with some people. So my program director, but this is back in, like I said, early 2000s, so it wasn't a big deal. If I said that today on the radio, oh God.
But you did just say it on the radio.
Well, I'm just telling a story. I wouldn't say that today.
It's like a parable now.
Yes. But my program director, he brought me in his office, and he said, Adam, shut the door. And John, he's one of my favorite, one of my mentors in radio, and I love him. He was the best, great with people. He says, did you disgrace the Girl Scouts of America? And I said, maybe. He goes, don't do it again. You can leave now. So I just left. It was all good. Now, oh, God. And be, burned at the stake. And I don't think that I mean, there's a possibility, but I don't think that. Anyway,
but it's there.
It is there. But I think parents, if you knew some of the filthy lyrics that were on these pop songs, like, you wouldn't even pay attention to the DJs, the radio personalities, because people are honing in on them and like, oh, watch what you say. But these songs, and I've caught my sons singing a couple songs, and I'm like, well, okay, you don't need to be listening to that. This one, do you guys know the song Bodak Yellow by Cardi B?
It's probably going to be a no for me across the board on all of them.
Leon says yes.
She's the best because on the Grammys, Juliana Rancic interviewed her because she was at the Grammys, and she goes, how are you feeling? And Cardi B looks at her and she goes, I'm really nervous. I mean, I have butterflies all the way from my stomach to my vagina. And the look on Juliana Rancic's face, it was great. But she was being sincere and honest. And, there you go. That's a scientific term.
It is.
Okay.
It's medical.
It's medical. It's for medical reasons.
It's medical. Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a couple lyrics. Now, can I read the lyrics, or do I like censor myself?
We don't know till we get there.
How bad are we gonna get?
I make money move. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't F with you. I'm a boss. You a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. Now, you can see where a 7-year-old singing that might raise some eyebrows.
Yeah.
And for sometimes on the radio, they'll obviously like kind of cut out part of the word, but you can still understand what it is. It's not like they bleep it or anything. But even somebody like I was listening to Bruno Mars the other day, and my kids love Bruno Mars songs, and Bruno Mars makes me feel his songs are amazing. But my 7-year-old singing, no, you won't need it no more. Let's just kiss till we're naked, baby. Versace on the floor, and stuff like that. I'm just like, I mean, that's not like a bad word, but, parents are oblivious to song lyrics.
Sure.
I think they're oblivious.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to recite some NWA lyrics? No? Okay, I won't.
Do it after the break.
Okay, after the break. We're all NWA. Hang on. It's going to be good.
More Adam Smasher Show coming up on Final Draft Radio. For more, check us out at finaldraftradio.com.
Tucked away in the side streets of Kemah, the white exterior of Kemah Steak Company radiates a timeless essence. Behind the doors, a casual yet elegant dining experience welcomes their guests. They make sure your dining experience is nothing but the absolute best. Come in today and see why Kemah Steak Company is your perfect getaway. Kemah Steak Company is located at 707 Bradford Avenue in Kemah. Contact them at 281-334-9463. Reservations recommended on weekends.
Hi, this is Bertrand McHenry, and you're listening to Vinyl Draft Radio.
There may not be such a thing as a time machine, but at iCryo, their machines can help you feel better, look better, and may even help you feel younger. See what everyone is raving about and how cryotherapy may be right for you. 5 locations to serve you. Call Kyle today at 832-474-3653 and find out what iCryo can do for you.
What do you get
when you get associated?
They're super convenient and super friendly.
I love being a member and an owner of a credit union that cares.
And you can join. So,
get associated!
Associated Credit Union of Texas.
Hey, this is Doug with Clear Lake Today, and you're listening to Vinyl Draft Radio.
The Clothes Horse Boutique. Find out why they're one of the hottest boutiques in the Bay Area. Located in the beautiful League City Historic District, the Clothes Horse Boutique, 281-332-2383. Stop by today and find out why they were just voted the best ladies boutique in the Bay Area. The Clothes Horse Boutique.
When you're looking for a new home, why not seek the counsel of a friend who happens to know the housing market better than the back of his hand? John Wilkinson can help answer questions related to obtaining a mortgage lender up to finding and securing the best home for you. John will take your best interests as his own and provide valuable property and neighborhood information that is important to your family. Call John at 281-974-0739 or email him at john@jwgetsitsold.com to start looking for your new home. How's this weekend for you? Simply contact John Wilkinson with Better Homes and Gardens. Gary Green, the real estate agent invested in you.
Now, back to What's His Name with whatever the name of this god-awful show is on Vinyl Draft Radio.
I'm going to have my friend JP come in here as a guest one time. He's the voice you heard, and he for years he voiced the Rockets in the arena.
Mm-hmm. Is that Gene?
His name is
Gene Peterson.
No.
Okay.
His name is JP Stevenson,
okay.
And then he went to Memphis for a little while, and now he's back in Houston. But his voice is just awesome, and I sent him some things and he emailed me today back. He goes, "Here's what I was thinking it would sound like," and I'm like, "Dude, you nailed it. You totally nailed it." Anyway, so there you go. I wanted to, again, welcome you guys to the Adam Smasher Show of Vinyl Draft Radio. This is great. What was the, if you're on Facebook Live, thank you, Wendy, what was the lyric she brought up with Bruno Mars? This is great.
All these pretty girls around me waking up the rocket.
Yeah, he's talking about his penis. That's what he's talking about.
Also a medical term.
Yeah, exactly.
Also a medical term.
Yeah.
Guys, do you know that, and people always, and this is, again, I keep bringing her up, but the girl I was working with, okay, mm-hmm. She's like, it's not working out, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, and she kept mentioning, that maybe I am too. She's like, I just kept thinking about the moms and the kids in the car. First of all, there was nothing that I've toned down a lot in the past 15 years, like when I started doing morning radio, because you have to adapt. So there was nothing but anyway, I started thinking, it's just so odd for me because I don't like shelter my kids with, you don't earmuffs and all that. Mm-hmm. No, my kid, 5 years old, okay? 5 years old, he's in the shower and he pokes his head out and he says, "Dad, how do we get out of mommy's tummy?" So he knows that that's where the baby grows. So I'm like, all right, I can go one of two ways here. I can lie to him, which I don't like to do. Or I can just tell him the truth. He goes, "Do we get cut out?" And I said, sometimes, yes, son, they have to cut the baby out if there's something going wrong. But with your mom and with a lot of women, you come naturally and you come out of their vagina. And he looked at me, 5 years old, and he just went, "Ew, gross." And he stopped, and he never talked about it ever again. Kids are able to handle things if you present it to them in the right way. They're more resilient than you think, and they're not stupid. And he never talked about it ever again, ever again. So
just matter of fact.
Matter of fact. Now
your work is done, Dad.
And you use medical terms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My 7-year-old, he would be a nightmare in this Me Too movement because I'm telling you right now, he got banned from one of the neighbors' house because he yanked his pants down and was showing his thing to, so.
Yeah.
That's Cooper. Everybody has one kid that they save bail money for. That's Cooper for us.
That's Cooper.
Cooper lives his life. Cooper don't give up.
That should be a segment on your show. That's Cooper.
I have something from Cooper that I can play for you guys today. Of course, we got how much time we got? Oh, we're doing great.
We're good, yeah.
We're doing great. But I wanted to bring up the sexual harassment thing in Hollywood, which is, man, it's getting out of control. Did you guys see this week? Here are the latest people to be accused. Scott Baio, which I hope it's true because I can't stand Scott Baio. He's so like preachy now, and he's like, he's a man of God. No, he's not. But Nicole Eggert came out and accused him of which is no joking matter, molesting him on the set of Charles in Charge when they were doing Charles in Charge. And then of course Scott Baio came out and he said, "No, that's absolutely not true." I don't know. It's like every day I'm wondering who else is going to be, accused. Did you guys see we were talking about this about a week or so ago, the Aziz Ansari thing?
Yeah.
Which sounded to me like it was more like just a really horrible date. It wasn't, I don't know. It's very touchy, but from her story, I was, I'm not saying there's no way he could have done that, but I don't know.
That one seemed a little strange to me.
It was a little fishy.
That one seemed a little strange. What didn't seem strange, but surprised me were Charlie Rose and Garrison Keillor.
Yes.
Those shocked me.
I don't know, man. Dirty old men. I guess that really doesn't shock me at all.
Well, it shocked me with Charlie Rose because for years I thought, here's this guy who's become an expert at creating a really awesome, safe space for people to share. How can you be those two people?
Man, you would be shocked. Yeah. Do you guys remember when we found out that Marv Albert liked to wear diapers and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the skeletons in people's closet.
That's true.
And, I pride myself.
But is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong at all. Okay. I mean, it's fine. If you're two consenting adults, why not?
Don't look at me. What are you
I'm looking
at
for? Leon.
Okay. Good Lord. That's on you, Leon.
Here's a little bit of Nicole Eggert.
We started filming the show in September of '86 when I was 14, and he immediately took to me and befriended me and earned my trust. And then he started expressing his love for me, and sorry, it's emotional, and talking about marriage in the future. And then I was still 14 before my 15th birthday. We were at his house in his car in his garage. And he reached over and he me with his finger.
Oh, well.
It was shocking a little. I had never experienced anything like that before either. So he was playing on not only my emotions, but my hormones and all of those things.
Now, I don't know, does she sound sincere to you guys? That would be pretty hard to make up.
I mean, to me, she reads sincere in that exchange.
She sounds sincere, but she's also an actress. Yeah, she gets paid to sound
but not a very good one. Come on.
Probably no.
Really? I mean, Baywatch. I mean, seriously. And then I'm looking for the Scott Baio. He responded on Facebook, as you do when you get accused of something wrong. You respond on Facebook. Of course you do. But who knows? He kind of sounds like he would be a creep to me. Jeremy Piven, and just read. Oh yeah, I could totally see
that. I could see that.
Totally see Jeremy Piven.
Absolutely.
They have who else? Oh, you know what surprised me? Did you guys see the Fred Savage?
Oh. No way.
On the Wonder Years.
No.
The woman who played the mom on the Wonder Years recently came out and said the reason that show ended is because of a lawsuit, and it was against. Now I always thought. If it was going to be trouble, Wayne was going to be there. Now, it was both. It came out. It was both Fred and the guy who played Wayne. And this production assistant, whoever, they would harass and do this. And there was a lawsuit. And she says, the mom, I forget her name, she says that it was ridiculous. Fred is the nicest person ever. That didn't happen. But because they didn't want scandal, they discontinue the show or whatever. But I can't see Fred. Nothing would surprise me. But
wow,
Fred Savage.
That's an odd one.
It is an odd one.
Well, Garrison Keillor's odd.
I don't know.
Really? No, that one took me by surprise.
Now here's one.
It didn't me.
Here's another one. It's
how come Larry King hasn't been accused yet?
Oh, he's done some things.
Didn't he just wind up marrying them all?
Yeah.
That's the payoff.
Yeah. This one made me laugh out loud because Ron Jeremy says, he quote, "I'm a groper." That's what he said. And they guys, this is in the adult film business, all right? So because of that, they wouldn't even let him in the AVN Awards or whatever. That's how sensitive the world is. A porn actor, I'm a groper, which we're like, yeah, okay, duh, we know that, and he's just gross. Really? How that's a mystery to me. That's a mystery to me. But they wouldn't let him into the awards because of that. They're like, oh well. I'm like, guys,
what awards show is this?
I don't know, AVN or one of the porn awards. I don't know, whatever they.
Oh, it's a porn award.
Yeah, it's like the porn Grammys or whatever. That's what
and they didn't let him in.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him go. because of that. That's
how twisted do you have to be not be allowed to go to the porn awards?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, really?
Wow.
I mean, come on. I don't think any like right wing like Christian group is like trolling the porn awards and more like, oh, you let him in. They pretty much think you're all disgusting. Okay. Yeah. David Copperfield sexually harassed someone, or did he? That's a magic joke. That's a magic joke.
Thank you.
You never saw it.
He looks a little creepy. David Copperfield creeps me out.
Was he really accused?
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
He was accused. And then the latest was some record producer. His name is Charlie Walk. He was on Republic Records, I believe. Doug used to be in the record business. Percentage-wise, how much of the record business are just full of like creeps?
Oh man, it was, you're comfortably near the middle. Yeah.
I saw some disgusting things with record people and then bands too. Like some of these bands, holy crap.
When we come back from break, I will tell you a story. I will not say who the band is, very famous. I won't say who the singer is, very famous, but I have got a great story about that very thing.
This is the difference between me and you. See, I name everything. Like nothing is off limits. I don't care who I offend. I really don't. But okay, we'll get into that as well as I don't know. We got a lot of stuff coming up because again, we got to talk about Super Bowl. Oh, can I say that?
Oh yeah,
the big game. Sorry, big game.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
It's ridiculous is what it is.
Yeah, but there's certain ways you can, if you're talking about like maybe the commercials or, it's weird.
It's so stupid. And there's a Tom Brady story if you guys didn't hear. It's great. Hold on. We'll be back.
More Adam Smasher Show coming up with your host, Taco Bell Kima Customer of the Month, June 2012, Adam Smasher. Watch us on Facebook Live at Vinyl Draft Radio or stream us on YouTube. Go to vinyldraftradio.com.
Are you tired of shaving, tweezing, and waxing that unwanted hair? Well, guess what? Houston Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery has advanced and affordable laser hair removal. We can treat your chin, upper lip, legs, underarms, bikini, and more, and it won't grow back. So throw away those razors that make your eyes water, because there's a faster way to groom your way to gorgeous. Call us today, 281-282-9555, or online at myhprs.com. Say goodbye to unwanted hair for good.
Hi, it's Keisha from the Libra Lounge. I'm the owner of Sassy Class Teacher and Spirit Boutique. We are a one-stop shop for all your custom and branded apparels, from t-shirts, hats, embroidery, yard signs, decals, door hangers, wine glasses, and so much more. We also specialize in teacher gear, bringing trendy fashion to the classroom. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram under Sassy Class Teacher and Spirit Boutique.
There's no one else like you. You are individually designed, so shouldn't your nutrition be designed just for you? Learn how to customize your life with ID Life. Go to myidlifetoday.com and find out how to live the life you want now. myidlifetoday.com.
It's Adam Smasher for Clear Lake Today. Look, when I'm looking to find a business, a service, or a place to eat in the Clear Lake and Bay Area, first place I look, clearlaketoday.com. All the info I need can be found easily on clearlaketoday.com. If you're looking to find a business, you need to check clearlaketoday.com first. If you own a business in the Clear Lake area, you need to make sure your business information is on clearlaketoday.com. To make sure your business news, coupons, videos, and more can be found on clearlaketoday.com. Contact Doug Meisinger by emailing doug@clearlaketoday.com.
What do you get
when you get associated?
They're super convenient and super friendly.
I love being a member and an owner of a credit union that cares.
And you can join. So,
get associated!
Associated Credit Union of Texas.
Did you know that 83% of kids who choose not to drink alcohol before they're 21 cite their parents as the #1 reason for their decision? As a parent, it's important to realize that your kids really are listening. Won't you join the Bay Area Alliance and many other community members like Harris County Constable Precinct 8, ACU of Texas, Moving by Design, and St. John Methodist Hospital, and be the reason that kids you care about choose not to drink before it is legal? For more information or to join the Be the Reason campaign, contact the Alliance at 281-284-0370.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm saying it's ended.
Really?
Either they're hard up or he's got blackmail material. Back to the Adam Smasher Show on Final Draft Radio.
Oh, almost spilled that. Oh no.
We hadn't done that before.
Okay, here's another great radio story, and every person has experienced this behind like a console, and this is a little different because literally here I don't have any really controls. It's just a table with microphones, and this is how talk radio. If you're on YouTube or Facebook Live, this is how talk radio stations are normally set up. You have Leon, who is our handling all the technical stuff, and the crew in there, and they have the controls, and all you do is just sit here and talk, and it's pretty great.
Yeah.
But in normal radio with music stations or whatever, you're in control, and I can't tell you how many times I've spilled a drink and it like gets in the circuits and stuff, and I'm like, and I'm just wiping it up, praying nothing shorts out, and normally it doesn't. You'd be surprised. Yeah. So anyway, we're back, and let's see. Doug is anxiously awaiting this story. We were talking about the sexual harassment in Hollywood, the latest people to every week there's somebody new. Fred Savage, again, was a big surprise for me. Don't know if that's true or not. Aziz Ansari was another peculiar one. But we started talking about Charlie Walk, who is one of the judges on The Four, another crap, talent show that we don't need. It's bad enough they brought back American Idol. In fact, I just read this too. Just concluded stopped their investigation into allegations against Ryan Seacrest. They couldn't find anything. Of course you could. Well, you couldn't find him harassing a girl. I can tell you that right now. I'm serious. And that's his choice, and I respect that. But we talked about Charlie Walk, who is the president of a record company, and that doesn't surprise me at all. These men in power in like Hollywood and the entertainment business, they do have some good ones out there, I'm sure, but a lot of them are just creeps. And the bands, I read that Motley Crue back in the day, they used to, before they hit it big, they would, one of the band members would bring home a groupie, and then they would, sleep with the groupie. And while they were doing that, the other band members would go through their purses and stuff and steal. Yeah. I swear to God. And I'm like, oh my God, that is filthy. That is so filthy.
Keeping it classy, Motley Crue.
Now, you said you had a story I wouldn't believe, and you won't. I won't even believe the band. So you don't have to say anything, but go ahead.
Okay, so I was doing what was that? It was like an in-store performance or something with the lead singer of a huge band in the 70s and 80s. Probably sold 30, 40 million records.
Okay.
And he was telling me his divorce story about how he was divorced and, getting remarried and all this kind of stuff, and how he had found out that his wife had cheated on him while he was on tour. And he was telling me about how he had been faithful. He had never cheated on her all those years, all those tours. And I thought, man, that's rough, man. That's a